In this video I am going to show you 41 CapCut effect you can try. Been a beginner or pro, to enhance your editing skills, so let's get into the video. 1. Typography face. Start a new project and add your video to the timeline. So I will be using this video for this tutorial. Move your clip from the main track to the overlay track. Import a black background, so go to stock material and select trending. Then under trending download and import a black background to the timeline. Trim your clip to match the black background. Now we need to remove the background, so go to video the select remove background, then click on auto remove. Then wait for CapCut to remove the background for you. Go to adjustment and decrease the saturation, exposure and contrast. And don't worry much the adjustment for now. Now import your typography footage to the timeline. And if you want to make your own typography, watch till the end of the video. Extend your footage to match your video. Now go to basic under video, then scroll down and find blend, then select overlay. Now select your video and go to adjustment again, then adjust your clip to how you want it to be. But if you want to know my adjustment, I will put it on the screen so you can use as reference when editing yours. Now let me show you how you can edit the typography footage. First import a black background to the timeline. Then add a default text to the timeline. Select the font you want to use. Then type your first word, then resize it and make a duplicate of your text. Then type your second word, resize and make a duplicate of your text, so you can do as many as you want. Then when you are done, select all text and create a compound clip. So highlight all the text, right-click and select Create Compound Clip. Now resize your text and position it at where you want. So make more duplicate to fill the whole screen. Then when you are done just export it. Or you can import a still frame and save it on your computer. If you have any question, comment in the comment section. Also kindly subscribe, like and also turn on the notification bell. So let's move to the next tutorial. 2. Double exposure. Import your clip to the timeline, then move your clip from the main track to the overlay track. Import a white background to the timeline, then trim your clip to match your white background. Now let's remove the background of your footage. So go to video, then click on remove background, then select auto removal, and wait for CapCut to remove the background for you. Now go to adjustment and adjust the saturation till your clip turns black and white. And don't worry about the adjustment now, I will show you later in the video. Import your clip to the timeline, then resize it and position it at where you want. Then trim it to match your main footage. Now go to basic and scroll down and find blend. Click on mode and select screen. Now select your main video and go to adjustment. Then adjust your clips till the overlay clip is visible, so just adjust the exposure, contrast, shadow, and if you want to know my adjustment, I will put it on the screen for you. Go to mask, select horizontal and add some feathering to your image. Now add your second footage to the timeline, and you can add as many you want. So just resize and position at where you want it to be. Then go to basic, scroll down to blend and select screen. Then go to mask, select horizontal mask and add some feathering to the mask. If you want your two clips to blend in, just select one clip, then adjust it to match the other clip. Three. Watermark Effect. Import a white background to the timeline. Add a default text and extend to match your white background. Then type anything you want, then change the color and resize it to how you want it. Select your clip and create a compound clip. Import your background footage and move your text on top of it. Go to remove background, then select chroma key. Then use the color picker to select the text color to remove it. Now position your background image the way you want and export it. Start a new project and import your background you want to use. Then add your text to the timeline. Go to basic, scroll down and find blend. Click on mood and select multiply. You can resize and position at where you want. 4. Magnify Effect. So first start a new project and add the footage you want to use to the timeline. Then make a duplicate of the footage and place it on top of the main video. Now select your duplicated clip, go to Mask and select Rectangle Mask, then position it at where you want to magnify. So you can also hide your main layer and adjust the mask well. Then add some round corner to the mask. So when you are done you can unhide the main layer. Move the playhead to where you want the magnifying animation to start, then add a keyframe under Transform. Then move the playhead to where you want the animation to end, then increase the scale of the footage. Then position it at where you want. So I will trim my video a bit, and there you go. This is how to make this magnifying effect in CapCut. Progress bar. First, add the footage you want to use to the timeline. Now go to text and add a default text to the timeline. Then extend the text to match the duration of the main footage. So you can trim your videos if it's long, so I will highlight and trim all this part off. Then select your text and go to the text area, then type as many as you want. Then go to character and reduce it to -4. Now resize your bar to the size you want. Then you can also change the color, so I will change mine to red. Then place it at where you want, so I will place mine at the bottom. Now select your text and create a compound clip. And you can also add some effects like glow to the text. So it's time to make the progress bar animation, so go to Mask. Then select horizontal mask, then rotate it 270 degrees. You can also add feathering to the mask if you want. Then move the mask to the left and add your first keyframe. Now move the playhead to where you want the animation to end, then move the mask to the right. And this is how to create a progress bar using mask in CapCut. 6. Split screen transition. So I will be using this to videos for this particular tutorial. So add them to the timeline and place one on top of the other. Now trim your footages if there is the need to do so. Select the footage on the overlay layer, then move the playhead to where you want the split animation to start, then split your clip. Now make a duplicate of the footage, then place it on top of the actual footage. Now select the first clip, go to Mask, then select Horizontal Mask. So I will click on this icon to hide this layer for the meantime. So you can make the split transition vertical, horizontal, or even diagonal, but I want mine to be diagonal. So you can scroll down and use the rotate manually if you want to. Then go to Basic and add your first keyframe under Transform. Then move the playhead to where you want the animation to end, then move the footage out of frame. So now let's do same for the other footage, so let's unhide it. Then go to Mask and select Horizontal Mask. Now rotate your mask to 150.5 degrees. Then go to Basic and add your keyframe under Transform. Then move the playhead to where you want the animation to end. Then move your footage out of frame. So you can add as many videos that you want. 7. Video inside text. So first go to Stock Materials and import a black background, so you can make it longer depending on the duration you want. Now go to Text, then add a default text to the timeline, then extend your text to match the duration of the black background. Then go to the text area and type anything you want. So I will type Fusion. Now change the font and resize it and position it at where you want. Then import the video you want to use to the media panel. Now select both the text and the background and create a compound clip. Then when you are done, import your footage on top of the text. And trim all the part you don't want of if there is the need to do so. Then under Basic, scroll down to Blend, click the Mode drop-down menu, and select Multiply. So as you can see, our video has been blended with the text. So you can resize your video and position where in the video you want to appear in the text. When you are done, select all the clips on the timeline, then create a compound clip. Now go to Effects and search Water Ripple, or you can find it in Distortion. Then drag and drop it onto the footage on the timeline. So now you can play around with the settings till you get what you want. 8. Sky replacement. So I will be using this to videos for this tutorial. So add the footage you want to change the sky to the timeline. Then add the sky footage to the timeline. Then trim your footage so both videos have the same duration. Now select the sky footage, then go to mask, then select horizontal mask. Position your mask and add some feathering to the mask. So now we have to blend our two skies together. So under basic, scroll down to blend, click on the mode drop down menu, and select multiply. So now we need to add some adjustment to both footages, so our video won't look odd. So we are going to start with the main footage, so select it, then go to adjustment, and adjust the footage to match the sky. So when you are done, select the sky footage and adjust it too, if there is a need to do so. 9. Watermark. So go to text and add a default text to the timeline, then extend it to how long you want. But if you watch till the end of the video, I will give you a tip that will make you extend short video to any duration. Now go to the text area and type anything you want, but since I am creating a watermark, I will use my channel name, so we'll type Fusion Frame. Then you change the font to any font you want, then resize it a bit. So now we are going to add some editing to the text, and since our background is black, it will be hard to see. So go to stock materials and add a white background to the timeline. So now add some stroke and shadow to your text, or you can also use the text preset style. But I recommend you add stroke and shadow by yourself. So under basic, scroll down till you find stroke and shadow, then add them to your text. So when you are done, right click on the text and create a compound clip. Then delete the white background, and move your compound clip to the main layer. Now go to video, then under basic, scroll down to canvas, click on the drop down, select color, then select green. Then when done, export your video. But since this is a watermark and can be used in long videos, then you have to export it in GIF. So I am going to show you why exporting it in GIF later in the video. So click on export, scroll down a bit to find GIF, then check the box, but I am going to export both in video and GIF format. So after export, add them back to the media panel, and the video that you want to put the watermark on. So first import the video first, then add your watermark on top. So now go to blend, then select multiply. Then go to remove background and use the chroma key to remove the green screen. So this are our watermark, and I am going to show you why you should export in GIF format. So when it comes to clips in GIF format, you can extend it to the duration you want, but you can't do same to actual videos. 10. Round webcam. So I have two footages on the media panel. One is a webcam footage and the other is a gameplay I recorded on my phone. So just drag and drop the camera footage to the timeline. Then go to the editing tools panel, then under video go to mask and select circle mask. Resize and position your mask at where you want. So just use the dots on the edges of the mask to resize them. So now it's time to create the border around our footage. So as you can, our background is black, and you can use that if you want your border to be black. So at this moment, if you want to use a video or any footage, you can just add to the timeline and place your mask video on top. But I will be using a solid color, which I will show you in a moment. So under basic, scroll down until you find canvas. Then click on the drop down menu, and you will have three options: blur, color, and pattern. But since I will be using a solid color, I will click on color. And CapCut will give you a whole lot of colors to use. You can also try the blur background and the pattern background, and this is a personal choice and up to you to decide. But I will be use a solid color, so just go to color and select what the color you want. So before we can add mask to our background, unless we create a compound clip. Right click on the footage and select create compound clip. Now go to mask and select circle mask. Now resize and position it at where you want it to be, and also make sure your background color is showing. So if you are finding it difficult with the position, just scroll down under mask, that you can use the position tool to position your mask. When you are done, go to canvas again, then select a green background for your footage, so the background can easily be removed with the chroma key. Then you save your footage. Now import your footage to the timeline. So I am using this gaming video I recorded for this tutorial. Then import your camera footage and add it to the timeline. So now we have to remove the background. So go to remove background, select chroma key and use the color picker to select the green color to remove it. Then you can position it at where you want. So just be creative and use any background you want to use. 11. Round corners. So I am going to use this particular video for this tutorial, so just add your footage to the timeline. Then go to mask and select rectangle mask. Resize your mask a bit. Then under mask scroll down and find rounded corners. Then use the slider to create your rounded corners. So as you can see our background is black, so you can't really see the corners. So go to basics, scroll down to canvas, select color and choose any color you want. But I will be using white for this particular video. And this will make our corners very visible for you to see. So you can even create animation with the rounded corners just using keyframe. So move a couple of frames and add a keyframe there. Then move your playhead to the start of the footage and decrease the corners to 0 to create the animation. So this masking effect is very nice and urge you to try it out. 12. Shiny text effect. Go to text and add a default text to the timeline. Now go to the text area and type anything you want, so I will just type Fusion. Now change the font and resize your text a little bit. Then go to color and choose any color you want, but I will be using orange for this tutorial. Then you make a duplicate of your text, so you can copy and paste, or hold the Alt key on the keyboard, then drag and drop to create the duplicate. So now select your duplicated text and change the color. But highly recommend you choose the same color but a lighter one. And now it's time to add our mask, so we have to create a compound clip. So right click on the footage and select create compound clip. Then when you are done, go to mask and select mirror mask. Now rotate it diagonally just the way I have done mine, then add some feathering to your mask. Then position it at the right side, depending on where you want your animation to start. Then add your first keyframe under position. Now move your playhead to where you want the animation to end, then drag your mask to the right. So this is how to create this shiny text, but you can do same to your logos, car logos and many more. 13. Text reflection. Go to text and add a default text to the timeline. Now go to the text area and type what you want, so I will type CapCut. When you are done change the font, then resize your text. But recommend you choose a bold font, so I am using SQL for this tutorial. Now import the footage you want to use to the media panel. Now make you text a compound clip, so right click then select create compound clip. Now add your footage to the background. Then under basics scroll down till you find blend. Click on the mode drop down menu and select multiply. So as you can see our footage and the text has been blended together. So you can also resize and position your footage to where in the video you want in the text. Now select the text footage, go to effects, go to distortion and add water ripple effect to the timeline, or you can just search water ripple and add it to your text footage. Now play around with the settings until you get what you want. When you are done reselect your footage, go to mask then select horizontal mask. Then position it in the middle of the water ripple effect and add some feathering to it. So if you have watched till this point, then kindly subscribe, like and share our videos. So let's get into the next video. (14) Live newspaper. So I will be using this two videos for this tutorial, and I have a newspaper video and a random video. So I will first import the newspaper to the timeline. So this is our video. So I want this part of the newspaper to be live. So I will move the playhead to where I want my edit to start. Then import my second video on top on the main layer. Then I will trim my video to match the main layer. So I will resize my video to match the photo in the newspaper. So when you are done, scroll to blend, then decrease the opacity, so we can match our footage to the photo in the newspaper. So we will zoom in on the preview a bit. Now under Basics, scroll down and turn Uniform Scale off. Then use the Scale Width slider to match the width of the image in the newspaper. Then use the Scale Height slider to match the height of the image in the newspaper. So play around it until your footage fits the exact space. Then when you are done, increase the opacity to 100. So now let's zoom out our preview. Then I will move the playhead to where the person starts to open to that page. Then move your video to where the playhead is. Then extend your video to match the duration of the main footage. So now as you can see, our video is not at the place we want it to be. So we are going to use masking and keyframing to hide it. So go to Mask. Then select Horizontal Mask. Now rotate the mask, then position it to hide the video. So I will rotate main at 134 degrees, then move the mask to the right. Now click on Zoom to fit timeline, so our video will be stretched across the timeline. Then move the playhead bit by bit till your video starts showing, so you can use the arrow keys on the keyboard to do just that. Then add your first keyframe. Then use the arrow keys on the keyboard to move the playhead bit by bit and adjust the mask as you are moving the playhead. So as you can see, we have replaced the image with our video. So you can leave it just like this, or let's make it more awesome. So I will add some adjustment and turn my video into black and white, but you can do it the way you want. Then I will also create a zoom in animation to zoom into the footage. So select the footages, then create a compound clip. Then move the playhead to where our live footage is. Then go to Video, and under Basics add keyframe on scale and position. Then move the playhead to where you want the animation to end. Then scale your footage to create the zoom in effect. So this is how to make your footage be live in newspapers. So let's move to the next tutorial. 15. iZoom Transition. So I will be using these two footages for this tutorial. So first add the footage to the timeline. Then I will trim my video a bit. Then zoom it to fit the timeline. So I will start my iZoom effect after she blinks. Then move the playhead to where you want the effect to start. Then add your first keyframe under Transform. Then move the playhead a bit forward to where you want the animation to end. Then scale your footage into the eye of the lady, then position it in the middle. So as you can see, we have exhausted the maximum point the scale slider can go, so unless we type in the figure manually. So play around with it until you get what you want. So this is what you should be aiming for. So now move the playhead to where the first keyframe is. Then add your second footage to the timeline and place it on top of the main footage. Then head to Mask and select Circle Mask. Then resize and position the mask in the eye. So you can also zoom in the preview area to make everything much more visible. Then resize the mask the way you want. And you can also add feathering to the mask. So now add your first keyframe. Then move the playhead to where the second keyframe is in the other video, so we will use it as a reference. Then open up the mask to fill the whole screen. So go to then Keyframe Animation, adjust the mask, and CapCut will automatically add a keyframe for you. So this is how to create this amazing iZoom transition effect using masking in CapCut. 16. Door Open Transition. So I will be using these videos for this tutorial, which one is someone opening a door and the other is a mountain. So first add the door footage to the timeline, then add your second footage on top of it. So select the overlay footage, then go to Mask and select Mirror Mask. So rotate the mask, then close it up and place it at where the door starts to open, depending on your video. So add your first keyframe. Then move the playhead bit by bit and adjust the mask. So you can use the arrow keys on the keyboard to move the playhead frame by frame. So as you can see, some parts was not covered, so we have to fix that. So to fix that, go to that exact place in the video, then adjust your mask and CapCut will automatically add a keyframe. So go through your video, then adjust the mask how you want it to be. So this is how to create this door opening transition using masking in CapCut. 17. faded background. So I will be using this video for this tutorial. So I will add it to the timeline. Then go to text and add a default text to the timeline. So I will just type anything here. So I will resize it and place it here. Now increase the duration of the text to match the main footage. Now go to import, then go to stock footage. Then add a black background to the timeline and place it on top of the main footage. So as you can see, my background is very short, so place the playhead anywhere on the black background. Then click on the freeze icon. Then delete the rest of the video. Then you will have a freeze frame that you can extend to any duration that you want. Now place the text on top of the black background. Then go to mask. Then select horizontal mask. Now rotate the mask. Then move it to be behind the text. Then add some feathering to create this fading black background, and it makes captions and objects more visible. So you can use any color that you want. So this is how to create this amazing fading background for you captions using masking in CapCut. 18. Text highlight. So I will add my footage to the timeline. So I want to highlight 3 lines individually. So go to text and add a default text to the timeline. Then extend the duration of the text to match the footage. So go to the text area, the type underscore to times. Then select the color you want. So I will use orange for this tutorial. So under basic, scroll down and turn uniform scale off. Then use the scale width slider to increase the width to what you want. Then use the scale height slider to increase the height of the underscore. So when you are done, place it on the text you want to highlight. So I will zoom in on the preview a bit. So play around with the scale width and height until you get what you want. Now select the text and create a compound clip. Then go to video, then under basic, scroll to blend. Then select multiple, so as you can see our text highlight is create, but we are going to use the mask to create the wipe effect. So go to mask, then select horizontal mask. Then rotate the mask and move it for where you want the wipe effect to start. So I will move mine to the left. Then add your first keyframe. Then move the playhead to where you want the animation to end. Then move the mask to the right. Then add some feathering to the mask. So if you want the animation to be slow, just move the second keyframe away from the first one. So let's move to the second one. So make a duplicate, then place it on top of the main footage. Then I will move it to the next line I want to highlight. Then go to mask, then adjust the mask to the width you want. So you can create as many as you want. Now move the second highlight you created to where the second keyframe of the first one. Then move the third highlight to where the second keyframe of the second highlight is. Then trim your videos to have the same duration. So this is how to create this amazing text highlight effect using masking in CapCut. 19. 3D text effect. So create a new project and add a black background to the timeline. So head to stock materials, then add a black background to the timeline. So as you can see, the black background is 5 seconds long, but if you want to make it a bit longer, click on the freeze button to create a 3 seconds frame that you can extend to any duration you want. So now it's time to add some text, so go to text and add a default text to the timeline. Then extend your text to match the duration of the black background. Now go to the text area and type what you want, so I will just type auto. So now you can change the font to any font you want, and also resize it a bit. So now change the color of the text to green so we can remove it using the chroma key later in the video. So now select both your text and the black background and create a compound clip. So now import your footage to the media panel, and I will be using this car video for this tutorial. Now add your footage to the timeline, then place your text on top on it, and trim your videos to have the same duration. So now we have to remove the green color, so go to remove background under videos, then select chroma key. Then use the color picker to select the green color to remove it, so you can play around with the intensity to remove the rest of the colors. Now we will make a duplicate of our main footage and place it on top of the text. Then remove the background, so go to remove background, then select custom removal. Now draw over the object and CapCut AI will automatically make the selection for you. So if you are satisfied with the selection, then wait for a while for it to be processed. Then click on Apply. So as you can see, our text effect is created, but you can add animations to make it a lot nicer. So select text, then go to animation, and you can use any animation you want. But I am going to use fade in for this tutorial and increase the duration a bit. So this is how to create this 3D text effect in CapCut. So let's move to the next tutorial. 20. Text Split Transition. So I will be using this video for the tutorial, but first we need to create your text first. So go to stock material and import a white background to the timeline. Now go to text and add a default text to the timeline. Then extend your text to match the white background. So go to the text area and type anything you want. So I will type camera. So you can make all the necessary editing like adding animation and even sound effect. So for this tutorial, I will add an animation to it. So I have added some animation and also sound effect to my text. So highlight all the clips and create a compound clip. Then add your footage to the timeline. Then place the text you create on top, and I will trim my video because it's too long. So now move your playhead to where the animation ends and make a split there. So just press both Ctrl and V to make the split. And when done, make a duplicate of the rest of the footage and place it just right on top. So now we are going to create our split animation. So we will do it one after the other. So I will hide my first track so I can really see what's going on. So select the footage and go to Mask. Then select Horizontal Mask. Then go to Basic and add your first keyframe under Transform. Then move the playhead to where you want the animation to end. Then drag your footage out of frame. And we are done with the first part, so let's move to the second one. So I will just click on this icon to show my layer. So select that footage, then go to Mask, and select Horizontal Mask. So for this one, we are going to rotate it 180 degrees. Then go to Basics and add a keyframe under Transform. Then move the playhead to where you want your animation to end, then move your clip out of frame. So if you want your animation to be uniform, you can use the first clip as a reference to know the exact place the keyframe is. So as you can see, we have created the text split intro, but it's left with one thing, and is removing the black text, so let's get into it. So move the playhead to where you made the split, then select one of the clips, so I will select the first one. Now go to Remove Background, scroll down and select Chroma Key, then use the color picker to select the black to remove it. Now play around with the intensity until all the black color is removed completely. So now let's do same for the other clip. So this is how to create a text split intro in CapCut. So let's move to the next tutorial. 21. Text Reveal. So I will use this YouTube logo, and you can use anything you want to us. Then resize it a bit. So now we have to create the animation. So I want the logo to move to the left, then move to the right. So go to Basic and add your first keyframe. Then move the playhead a bit forward and move the logo to the left. Then move another couple of frames and move the logo to the right, and CapCut automatically add a keyframe for you. So go to Text and add a default text to the timeline. Then type anything you want. Then make all the editing you want, like changing font, color, and resize it. Now move the playhead to where the logos start moving from the left to the right. Then select your text, then extend it to match the other footages. Then trim that part of. And create a compound clip. So right click on the text and select Create Compound Clip. And this will help us editing it like an actual video. So place your text below the YouTube logo so the text will move behind the logo. Now place the playhead at the start of the text, then go to Mask and select Horizontal Mask. Then rotate it and move it to the left till the text is not visible. Then add your first keyframe. So now as you move the playhead forward, then you adjust your mask, so you repeat the step till all the text is visible. So this is how you can create this text reveal in CapCut. 22. Text Outline. So I will be using this video, so I will add it to the timeline. Now create a duplicate and place it on top of the actual footage. Then remove the background of the duplicated clip. So go to Remove Background and select Auto Removal. Then wait for a while for the background to be removed. So now go to Text and add a default text to the timeline. Extend your text to match the duration of the footages on the timeline. Then go to the text area and type anything you want. Then change the font and even the color, but I will maintain the white. Then make a duplicate of your text. Then place one of the text in between the footages. Then select the text, then scroll down to stroke, then add stroke to it, and you can use any color you want. Then decrease the thickness a bit. Now change the color of your text to green, so we can use the chroma key to remove it later. Now create a compound clip, so right-click then select Create Compound Clip. Then go to Remove Background, select Chroma key then use the color picker to select the green to remove it. And you can play around with the intensity to remove any green color in the text. So now as you can see our outline text has been created, and you can add animations to the text, or even create animation. 23. Puzzel Transition. First start a new project. Then import all the footages you will be using to the timeline. So I have for videos that I will be using for this tutorial. And also try and arrange your videos on the timeline the way you want. Then select your footages individually, then trim them. So I want this video effect to be fast, so I will trim my video to about 3 seconds long, but yours can be more or less. So after trimming our videos, they are very tiny on the timeline. So just go to this place then click on zoom to fit to stretch your video. And it's very useful, right? So if you want useful features in CapCut, I will put the link in the description. You can click on this card here to watch. So now make all the necessary editing to your footages on the timeline. Now when you are done, move your playhead to where your second video starts. Then click on the freeze icon to freeze that frame. Then move it to the next layer in between your first and the second footage. Now do same for the third and the fourth footage. So place the playhead at where the third video starts. Click on freeze to freeze that frame, then move it on top between the second and third footage. So do same for the fourth video. So now trim your freeze clips, and make sure your freeze footage starts before their actual video starts. So watch the tutorial carefully and do same. And when trimming, since we want a fast transition, so just make it around 0.5 seconds. So now it's time to remove the background from each of our freeze frame. So we will select the first one, then go to Remove Background under Basics, then we will select Custom Removal. Then now draw over the object, so I will draw over the car, and CapCut AI will automatically select the object for you. So if you are satisfied with CapCut selection, then click on Apply to remove the background. Now let's remove the background of the other two freeze clips. So for this footage I will use auto removal since I am removing the background of a person. Then do same for the last one. Now it's time to add some animation. So go the animation, then go to in animation. So you can use any animation that works best for you. So for the first one I will use slide up. Select the second one and choose any animation that you want, and do same for the last freeze clip. So extra tip to make your video epic, so you can add some effect to your clips to spice things up. So this is how to create a Puzzel Transition effect in CapCut. 24. Character Introduction. So I will be using this video, so just add it to the timeline. Now use the playhead to choose the exact spot you want to use. Then click on the freeze icon to freeze that frame, so CapCut will give you a still frame image. Now make a duplicate of your freeze frame, so you can copy and paste or hold the Alt key. Then drag your footage on top to create a duplicate, and place it right on top on the actual footage. Now remove the background of the freeze frame. So go to Remove Background, then select Auto Removal. So wait for a while for CapCut to remove the background for you. Then add some stroke to your footage. So select Stroke, then select Solid Stroke. So you can also change the color of the stroke and the size depending on what you want. So now we are going to create a slow zoom in effect using keyframe. So now go to Basic and add your first keyframe under Transform. Then move your playhead to where you want the zoom in animation to end. Then scale up your footage to create the zoom in animation. Now select your freeze frame on the main layer, then add some adjustment. So go to Adjustment, then decrease the exposure and increase the contrast. And you can also add effects to the footage if you want. So now let's add some text. So go to Text and add a default text to the timeline. Then type anything you want, and make all the editing you want. So this is how to create a character intro in CapCut. So let's move to the next tutorial. 25. Change color. So I want to change the color of this car to a different color, so I will add it to the timeline. Then go to Adjustment. Now click on HSL, and as you can see there are a lot of colors here and each has 3 options: a tint, saturation and lightness. So if the color of the object is red you select red, If yellow, you select yellow, and if blue, you select blue. So since we are changing the color of the car from red to a different color, we will select red, then adjust the tint to change the color. So as you can see, if you move the slider to the right, the color changes to orange, and if you move the slider to the left, it changes to purple. So you can use the saturation if you want the color to change to ash. So let's move to the next tutorial. 26. Freeze frame clone. So I will be using this video for this tutorial, so I will add it to the timeline. So now edit all the part that you don't want. So now move the playhead to where your object comes in place. Then click on the freeze frame icon. Then move on top to the next layer. Then extend it to match the duration of the main clip. Then remove the background, so go to remove background, then select auto removal. So wait for a while for the background to be removed. So move the playhead forward again, then freeze that frame. Then move it on top of the layer and extend it to match the duration of the main clip. Then remove the background. So do as many as you want to the end of the video. So when done, just export your video. So let's move to the next tutorial. 27. Color isolation. So in this tutorial, I want to isolate the color of the car. I will just add it to the timeline. Then go to adjustment and select HSL. So as you can see, there are a lot of colors here. And since we are isolating the red, we will not touch that at this moment. So first I will start with all green colors in the footage. So I will select green, then decrease the saturation to -. Then I will move to orange, then decrease the saturation to -100. So I will do same for blue until the background completely turns black and white. Then select the red and increase the saturation. So as you can see, there is a red color in the footage that we want to turn to black and white. But if we do that on that footage, the color of the car will also change. So first make a duplicate of your footage, then adjust the footage until it is black and white. Then when you are done, go to mask and select horizontal mask, then rotate your mask to cover the color you don't want. Then select the two footages and create a compound clip. So this is how you can create this color isolation effect in CapCut. 28. Split screen transition. So first import your first footage to the timeline. Then add another footage on top of it. So you can scale up your footages to match the aspect ratio, and I will also trim my second footage to the same duration. Now move the playhead to where you want the split transition to start from, then make a split. Then make a duplicate and place it on top. Select your footage, go to mask, then select horizontal mask. So I will mute this layer so you will know what is happening. So go to basic, then add your first keyframe under position. Then move the playhead to where you want the split transition to stop. Then move your footage out of frame. So we will do same to the duplicated clip, so we will unhide it. Then go to mask and select horizontal mask. Then rotate it 180 degrees. Now move the playhead to where you want the animation to end, then drag your footage out of frame. So this is how to make a split screen transition in CapCut. But if you want to split this current video or make another transition, select all the footages on the timeline, then move it to the next layer. Then import your footage to the timeline. Select the current footage, then move the playhead to where you want the split transition to start, then make a split there. Then make a duplicate, then place it on top of the main footage. So select one footage, go to mask, then select horizontal mask. So for this transition, I want a vertical split, so I will rotate the mask to 170 degrees. Then hide this layer for the moment. Now go to basic, then add your first keyframe under position. Then move the playhead forward. Then move the footage to the left. So do same for the other clip. This is how to create this incredible split screen transition using CapCut. 29. Overlay Transition. So first import your footages to the timeline. Then I will trim my videos a bit. So I have this overlay transition effect that I downloaded from YouTube for this particular video. So add it to the timeline and trim all the part you don't need. Then place it right in between your footages, just the way I have done mine. Then go to Basic, scroll to Blend, then select Screen. So this is how to create this overlay transition using CapCut. 30. Masking Transition. So I will add my first footage to the timeline. Then I am going to use the tree passing right in front of the camera to make the transition. So move the footage to the next layer. Then add your second footage to the timeline. So move the playhead to where the trees start passing in front of the camera. Then go to Mask and select Horizontal Mask. So I will rotate the mask and place it at the left, and it depends on the direction of the object you are using for the transition. So let's also add some feathering to the mask. Now add your first keyframe. Then move your playhead little by little, and adjust the mask to follow the object, until your second footage covers up the whole scene. So let me trim this part of. And this is how to create masking transition in CapCut. 31. Fake camera movement. So I will be using this video for this tutorial, so add it to the timeline. Then increase the scale a bit to zoom into the video. Now go to the preview area and move your footage to the right, because I want my camera movement to move from the left to the right. Then add your first keyframe under Transform. Then move the playhead to where you want the animation to stop. Move the video to the right, and this will create the fake camera movement. So as you can see, our movement is very slow due to the distance between our keyframes. So if you want to make your animation faster, just move your keyframes close to each other. So this is how to create this incredible fake camera movement. So let's move to the next tutorial. 32. Object Outside Frame. So this is the video I will be using for this tutorial. So I will just add it to the timeline. Then I will trim the part I don't need off. So now we have to make a duplicate of our footage. So copy and paste, then place it on top of the main footage. Then remove the background of the duplicated footage. So go to Remove Background under the Video tab, then select Auto Removal. So wait for a while for CapCut to remove the background for you. And it depends on the quality and the duration of the footage you are using. So our background has been removed, and if we hide our main footage on the main layer, you will just see that the background has been removed. So now it's time to make our black bar opening, and I will be using mask and keyframe to create the animation. So select your main footage, then go to Mask and select Mirror Mask, and you can see our black bars are created and behind our object. So open up your mask till the black bars disappear. Then click on this icon to add your first keyframe. Now move our playhead to where you want the animation to stop, then close up the mask to create the black bar opening animation. So this is how to create this amazing object outside frame effect in CapCut. So you can try different things like cars and even buildings. So let's move to the next tutorial. 33. Blur Background. So I will be using this video for this tutorial. So I will add it to the timeline. Now make a duplicate of the footage. So hold the Alt key and drag and drop to create the duplicate. So now select your duplicated clip, then remove the background. So go to Remove Background and select Auto Removal. Now wait for the background to be removed. Now it's time to add our blur effect. So go to Effects, search for blur and place it in between your two footages. Extend your blur effect to match the duration of the footages. Now use the slider to decrease or increase the intensity of the blur effect. So I will set mine at 20. So this is how you can blur the background of your footages in CapCut. 34. Split Screen. So I will be using this footages for this tutorial, so first add your first footages to the timeline. Now go to Mask under the Video tab. Then select Mirror Mask. So you can make your split screens, vertical, horizontal and even diagonal. But I will be making a horizontal split screen in this tutorial. Now position your mask at where you want everyone to see. Then go to basic and position it at where you want, so I will place mine in the middle. Now import your other footages, so you can add as many as you want. So select one footage, go to mask, select horizontal mask, then position your mask where you want. So for this one I will place it on top. Now do same for the last footage. So as you can see my aspect ratio is small, so I will change it to a bigger one. Then now all you need to do is to adjust your footages, and always make sure you leave a little space between them. So now let's add some animation to the footage. So go to animation, then under in animation you can add any animation that you want. So I used slide down for the first video, then slide right for the middle video, and slide up for the bottom video. So now I am going to show you how you can change the black lines between them. So go to video, then under basic scroll down to canvas. Click on the drop down menu, then select color. So you can use any color that you want. You can also go to blur, and use the blur option CapCut will provide for you. And also if you want to use a color in any of the footages you used, then click on this colors here. Then come and click on the color picker tool. Then use it to select the color in the footage that you want to use. 35. Map animation. So these are the footages I will be using for this tutorial. Just download a world map, a plane with no background and a location icon. First import your world map to your main track. So I want my map to have a black background, so I will remove the background using the chroma key. Now add your location icon to the timeline. Resize it and place it at where you want. So I will place mine at Australia. Then make a duplicate and place it at another location. So you can make as many duplicate as you want. So I will place my second location at Canada. So go to text and add a default text to the timeline. Then extend to match your footages on the timeline. Now go to the text area and type dash as many as you want. Rotate it to be in between your location. Now under text scroll down till you find curve. Select curve, and as you can see our dash line is curved. You can also adjust it to how you want it to be, or you can also keep it straight. Now position it very well and delete some of the dash. So I want my dash line to be behind the location, so I will just move it on the timeline, below the location icon. Now it's time to mask our line, so right click on the text, and click on Create Compound Clip. Then when you are done go to Video, click on Mask, and select Horizontal Mask. So rotate your mask until your dash disappear, just the way I have done mine. Now add your first keyframe. Then move to where you want your animation to end, then rotate your mask till it appears again. And CapCut will automatically add a keyframe for you. So let's play our animation and see. Now add your plane to the timeline. Now resize it and place it at where the dash line animation starts. So mine start at Australia, so I will place mine there. Now we are going to make an animation with the plane using keyframe. So go to the start of the footage and add your first keyframe. Now move your plane to follow the line animation. Now let's play our video and see. So you can edit your footages, like adding animations, filters, and even effects. Fog effect. So I will be using this video for this tutorial, import it to the timeline. So you can trim all the part you don't need. So I will trim all this part off. Now we have to make a duplicate of our footage, so just hold the Alt key on the keyboard, the click and drag your footage on top to create a duplicate. Then remove the background of the duplicated clip. So go to remove background and select auto removal. Wait for a while for CapCut to remove the background for you. After your background is removed, you can also use the custom removal to select parts that the auto removal couldn't select and click on apply. Now go to stock materials and add a white background footage to the timeline. So the white background is a bit short, so I will trim my footages to match it. Now position the white background footage in between your footages. Now go to Mask and select Mirror Mask. Now click and drag the feathering icon to add some feathering to the white background. And as you can see, our fog effect is already creating. But wait, we are not done yet. Now go to Basic and scroll down to Blend and reduce the opacity a bit. Let's play our video and see. So just play around with the opacity and the feathering until you get what you want. You can also add some adjustment to spice things up. 37. Black bar opening. Import the footage to the timeline and trim off the part you don't want off. Now go to Video, click on Mask and select Mirror Mask. So as you can see, our black bar has been created. But it's time to create our animation. So just open up your mask till it's out of frame. Then add your first keyframe. Then move a couple of frames. Then close up your mask to create the black bar opening animation. 38. Blur moving object. I want to blur the face of this man. So just import your footage to the timeline. Then trim the part you don't want off if there is the need to do so. Then make a duplicate of your clip. So just hold the Alt key and drag and drop on top of the footage to create a duplicate. Now we will add a blur effect to our duplicated clip. So go to Effect and search Blur. Then add it to your duplicated clip. Then you can increase the blur to the way you want. Now select your duplicated clip. Go to Mask and select Circle Mask. Now position it at where you want. You can also increase the size or even feather the edges a bit. And because our object is not stable, we need our blur to follow the object, and we are going to use keyframe for this. So scroll down and add a keyframe at position. Then adjust the mask as the object moves, and CapCut will automatically add a keyframe for you. So you will have to do this to the end. (39) Cinematic text reveal. Black background to the timeline. Then go to Text and add a default text. Then extend it to match your background. Now go to the text area and type anything you want. So I will just type cinematic. You can resize it, change the color and font. Right-click on the text and create a compound clip. Now go to Mask to select Mirror Mask. Then rotate it just the way I have done mine. Then close your mask. Move your mask all the way to the left top corner. Then add your first keyframe. Now move a couple frames, then move your mask to the right. Move a couple of frames again and move to the left. Forward another frames again and move your mask to the middle. Then move another frames and open up the mask to reveal the text. So if you have issues with the masking animation, you can select your keyframe individually and adjust your mask. (40) Text wipe effect. So I have a video of someone running from one frame to the opposite frame, and that's what I am going to use for this tutorial. So I will import to the timeline. Now go to Text and add a default text to the timeline. Then extend it to match the main footage. Then go to the text area and type what you want. So I will type running. Then resize your text and place it at where you want. And you can also change the color, font, and also add animation if you want. Now make a duplicate of your clip and place it on top of your text. Select your duplicate clip, hold the Alt key on the keyboard, then drag and drop. To create the duplicate, go to Remove Background, then select Auto Removal to remove the background. Then wait for a while for the background to be removed. Now it's time to mask our text, so right-click on your text and create a compound click. Then go to Video, click on Mask, then select Horizontal Mask, then rotate it 90 degrees. Then place it at where the object is appearing from, then add your first keyframe. Adjust your mask to follow your object as it moves to create the text wipe effect. 41. Spotlight effect. Import your footage to the timeline, then make a duplicate of your footage. So copy and paste it on top of your main footage. Now select your duplicated clip, then go to Adjustment. Then add some adjustment to the footage, make sure it becomes darker. When you are done, go to Video, click on Mask, then select Circle. Then resize and place it at where you want it. Then click on the reverse button to reverse the mask. Then you can add some feathering to your mask. 42. Text reflection. Go to stock material, then add a black background to the timeline. Then go to text and add a default text to the timeline. Then extend it to match your black background. Then go to the text area and type what you want, so I will type Fusion. Then change the font and resize it a bit. Make a duplicate of your text, so hold the Alt key on the keyboard, then drag and drop it on top to create a duplicate. Then move your text below the main one. You can change the color or leave it as it is, but I will change it to ash. Then when you are done, right click and create a compound clip. So now we want our text to be positioned upside down, so click on mirror. Then rotate your footage 180 degrees and place it under the main text. Now go to video, click on mask, then select horizontal mask, then rotate it 180 degrees, then add some feathering to create the reflection effect. So let me know in the comments section what you will try, and also if you like this video, like and subscribe. See you in the next video.